The 20th century witnessed a revolution. This revolution was not political, it was not social. It was the rise of plastics. The world embraced plastics for their versatility. Plastics could be molded into any shape, be hard or soft, were lightweight and durable. Perhaps most importantly, plastics were cheap. Before plastics, many everyday items were made from natural materials like wood, metal and glass, which were often expensive and could be difficult to work with. Plastics offered a solution, providing a cost-effective alternative. Manufacturers could now produce goods more efficiently. The affordability and adaptability of plastics fueled their rapid adoption. They became ubiquitous in homes and industries alike. The world had entered the age of plastic. This new material promised convenience and progress, but it also carried hidden costs. These costs would later surface, challenging society's love affair with plastic. The impact of plastics on the 20th century was undeniable. The automotive industry embraced plastics to reduce vehicle weight, leading to better fuel efficiency. The aerospace industry utilized plastics for their strength and lightweight properties, allowing for the development of advanced aircraft. In healthcare, plastics revolutionized medical devices. Disposable syringes and IV bags became commonplace, enhancing sanitation and patient safety. In consumer products, plastics brought about a wave of new possibilities. From colorful toys to durable household appliances, plastics reshaped daily life. The use of plastics extended beyond these major industries. Packaging became lighter and more versatile. The construction industry found new applications for plastics in insulation and piping. Agriculture benefited from plastic sheeting and irrigation systems. The adaptability of plastics allowed them to permeate every facet of modern life. This widespread adoption brought economic benefits but also raised concerns about the environmental impact of these seemingly indestructible materials. The rise of plastics fueled significant economic growth. The demand for plastics created entirely new industries focused on the production, processing, and manufacturing of plastic goods. This led to the creation of numerous jobs. Factories sprang up to meet the growing demand. Chemical plants produced the raw materials for plastic production. The expansion of the plastics industry had a ripple effect on other sectors. The need for machinery to process plastics boosted manufacturing. The transportation industry thrived as plastic goods were shipped worldwide. Retail businesses flourished as consumer demand for plastic products soared. The economic benefits of plastics were undeniable. They contributed to job creation and economic prosperity. This success story, however, was accompanied by a growing shadow. The environmental impact of plastic production and disposal was becoming increasingly apparent. The very durability of plastics, a quality that made them so appealing, also posed a significant environmental challenge. Plastics do not readily decompose. They can persist in the environment for hundreds of years. As plastic production escalated, so too did the problem of plastic waste. Landfills overflowed with plastic debris. Oceans became littered with plastic fragments. The environmental consequences of plastic pollution are multifaceted. Wildlife often mistake plastic for food, leading to ingestion and entanglement, causing injury or death. The breakdown of plastics into microplastics poses further risks. These tiny particles can enter the food chain, potentially impacting human health. The environmental impact of plastics extends beyond waste. The production of plastics requires significant energy and resources, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. Furthermore, the chemicals used in plastic production and disposal can leach into the environment, potentially contaminating soil and water sources. As the 20th century progressed, public awareness of the environmental impact of plastics grew. Images of plastic-choked landfills and marine animals entangled in plastic debris sparked outrage. Concerns about the potential health risks of plastic chemicals fueled public anxiety. This shift in public perception prompted calls for action. Governments began to respond. Regulations were implemented to curb plastic waste. Recycling initiatives were launched to promote the reuse of plastic materials. Bans on certain types of plastics, such as single-use plastic bags, were introduced in some regions. The late 20th century marked a turning point in society's relationship with plastics. The initial enthusiasm for this wonder material was tempered by a growing awareness of its environmental consequences. The focus shifted towards finding solutions to mitigate the negative impacts of plastic production and disposal. The challenge of plastic waste spurred efforts to find solutions. Recycling emerged as a key strategy to reduce the amount of plastic ending up in landfills and the environment. Recycling involves collecting, sorting, and processing plastic waste to create new products. This reduces the need to produce virgin plastic, conserving resources and reducing pollution. However, recycling alone is not a panacea. Not all types of plastics are easily recyclable. The economics of recycling can be challenging, as the cost of collecting and processing plastic waste is often high. Furthermore, the quality of recycled plastic can sometimes be lower than that of virgin plastic, limiting its applications. The limitations of recycling have led to the exploration of sustainable alternatives to conventional plastics. This includes the development of bioplastics, which are derived from renewable resources such as cornstarch or sugarcane. Bioplastics offer the potential to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and create more biodegradable materials. The search for sustainable plastic solutions has spurred a wave of innovation. Bioplastics are gaining traction as a viable alternative to conventional plastics. These materials, derived from renewable biomass sources, offer the potential for biodegradability and a lower carbon footprint. Research into new bio-based polymers is ongoing, aiming to improve the performance and versatility of bioplastics. Beyond bioplastics, scientists are exploring other innovative approaches. This includes the development of biodegradable plastics made from traditional petrochemicals. These materials are designed to break down more readily in the environment. Another avenue of research focuses on creating plastics that are fully recyclable, closing the loop on plastic use and reducing waste. These innovations hold promise for a future where plastics are more compatible with environmental sustainability. The goal is to harness the benefits of plastics while minimizing their negative impacts. This requires a multifaceted approach involving material science advancements, responsible manufacturing practices, and effective waste management systems. The 20th century's plastic revolution underscores the complex relationship between technological advancement and its consequences. Plastics brought undeniable benefits, transforming industries and improving daily life. Yet, their environmental impact has raised serious concerns. The challenge lies in finding a balance. This means harnessing the advantages of plastics while mitigating their negative effects. This requires a multifaceted approach. It involves responsible innovation, sustainable production practices, and effective waste management. The future of plastics hinges on our ability to navigate this balance. We must continue to innovate, seeking more sustainable materials and manufacturing methods. Simultaneously, we must adopt responsible consumption habits and promote effective recycling and waste reduction strategies. As we move further into the 21st century, the future of plastics remains a critical issue. The choices we make today will determine the long-term impact of these materials on our planet. The need for responsible innovation has never been greater. This means developing new materials that are both functional and environmentally sound. The focus should be on creating plastics that are truly recyclable or biodegradable. This will reduce our reliance on landfills and minimize plastic pollution. Furthermore, we must prioritize sustainable production processes. These processes should minimize energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. The future of plastics is not about abandoning this versatile material altogether. Instead, it is about harnessing its benefits while minimizing its downsides. This requires a collective effort from scientists, manufacturers, policymakers, and consumers alike. The 20th century witnessed the rise of plastics, a material that transformed industries and reshaped daily life. The affordability, versatility, and durability of plastics fueled their rapid adoption. They brought about significant economic benefits, creating new industries and jobs. However, the environmental consequences of plastic production and disposal became increasingly apparent. The persistence of plastic waste in landfills and oceans, along with the potential health risks associated with plastic chemicals, raise serious concerns. The challenge before us is to navigate the plastic age responsibly. This requires embracing innovation to develop more sustainable materials and manufacturing processes. It also necessitates a collective commitment to responsible consumption, recycling, and waste reduction. The future of plastics hinges on our ability to strike a balance between harnessing the benefits of this versatile material while mitigating its environmental impact. Only through a concerted effort can we ensure a future where plastics coexist harmoniously with our planet.